Welcome to Journeyscapes by Ludi, where we journey together to self awareness, self discovery, self care, self healing, and self love. And today, I'm quite excited because we have a guest who is quite familiar to me. We've been friends for more than 10 years already. Oh, so family na gyud ni siya. Manghambog yun ko nga family na gyud ni siya. But before we go into that, let me just thank all our sponsors who made this talk show possible. We have Dabi's Ultimate Burger, which is the best burger in town. We have Pukot Kitchen, catch the Pukot flavor, love the moment. Aura Beauty Studio, where you find your glow. David Salon brings out the best in me. You Click Self-Portrait Studios in Cebu City, Lapu-Lapu City, and Talisay. V&M Natural Skincare, Atelier Amelie Premium Brownies, Shan's Collection for my high-end fashion jewelry, and Boutique Concept Store for my beautiful dress. And now, let's delve into our topic for today's episode 3. And let's go deeper into what we call abilities and disabilities. You might have an idea already who I'm talking about because he's quite familiar. Not just familiar to me, what I mean is he's quite famous. Not just in Cebu City, but also in the international scene. Please help me welcome my good friend, John Paul Maunes. Maunes ba or Mones? How do you
Maunes.
Maunes? Okay. So, allow me to give a brief background. Brief lang siya kay if I have to give the full information about you, murag maabtan ta og 5 days. So here, John Paul Maunes is the founder of Philippine Accessible Disability Services Incorporated, or PADS, Dragon Boat Racing Team. And he's also a business owner of Dabi's Ultimate Burger and a nurse by profession. Oh, an academic teacher, and of course, a sports coach. Welcome again, Sir JP. Oh, fondly called Sir JP.
So thank you so much, Miss Ludi. Thank you for the opportunity to invite me here in this very beautiful studio of yours.
Yes,
And,
bagong Pilipinas. Shout out.
so yeah, I'm happy to share my personal journey, and also I hope that all the viewers and listeners of this program will also be learning from my experience as well.
I So we'll, as what I have mentioned a while ago, we'll delve on the ability and disability. And later on, you will be able to determine why or how we have come up with this topic. And so maybe first and foremost, we will define what's ability and disability. And according to the dictionary, ability is a talent or skill or proficiency in a particular area, or it's a possession of the means or skill to do something. While disability, on the other hand, is a condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities, and it's a disadvantage or a handicap.
Yeah, but right now, Miss Ludi, I want to, in a way, correct you on the new definition of disability.
Wow,
Yeah.
there is. I love that.
So,
I love to
according
learn.
to the United Nations Convention for the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, where in Philippines, it's one of the members. Disability now has been defined as anything that's long-term or long-term impairment, whether physical, emotional, psychological, and all those aspects. But when a person with disability is hindered in his full participation in a society wherein there are barriers, that's where disability happens. So now, UN is redefining disability as something that it's never it's neither a disadvantage, but it's part of human diversity. So when we talk about diversity now, we are also talking a lot of topics, no? Age, gender, social status, and all those kinds. Disability is part of that, no? So it's neither a disadvantage or a disorder. Now, UN is now redefining it as something that when a person with disability cannot fully participate because society is not ready or society is inaccessible, that's where disability happens.
So what you're trying to say here is that it's not about physical, because I've also tried to look into it. It's disability, I mean, in the traditional definition, it's not just about physical. It also includes the emotional, mental,
Yep.
and even social.
Yes.
But I think what you're trying to say here is that disability is now actually a social disability because it hinders anyone
Yeah.
to have access.
So I think it's we use a lot of models when we engage with disability. So majority of us, the most common model that we are using now is the medical model, wherein according to our laws, even the Philippine government laws, whether local or internationally, they're actually referring disability according to the medical model, wherein the problem with a person having a disability is that there's a need for medical intervention, or the problem really is about you having a disorder and you needed to be repaired. No? So we're seeing disability as a broken subject. No? So, but when you look into the social model, we look disability as part of human diversity.
Wow.
So
I love that.
it's neither good or bad. It's
Yes.
just who you are, or when you say
Yeah.
we're now seeing disability as a cultural identity. In terms of or approach towards addressing disability is about, we need to work on the social aspects of participation. We need to there's what we call reasonable accommodation. No? So, for example, we're having this conversation, and we have deaf viewers. So if no one interprets for them in sign language, so that's where disability happens. So
Wow.
so there are a lot of factors. There are other two kinds also. Charitable model or charity model, and rights-based model. So when we talk about charity model, in relation to disability, the discretion is on the giver. So when we do activities or programs for people with disabilities, we don't consult. We always see persons with disabilities as beneficiaries. So when you can say, and when you look at it as a beneficiary, we as a giver, no, dulot kasagaran na to ang hatag. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
when you say, we're going, this weekend, or especially this Christmas, no, we wanted to feel good this weekend, or do a good thing for Christmas. So we might as well give wheelchairs, no, to 20 people with disabilities. So if we look into the charitable model, palit lang tag bisaon sa na wheelchair. Most of the time we buy the hospital type wheelchairs, no, and then mangita taog mga beneficiaries 20 ka PWDs ato siyang tagaan og hospital type wheelchairs without thinking about maigo ba ni sa fit ba ni sa person with disability, or is the wheelchair practical ba na as assistive device, or the type of wheelchair gigamit, like hospital type, no, hospital type wheelchairs usually they're used in the hospital as transport, not really as a day-to-day assistive device, no. So these are assistive devices na designed for in-house use, no, or yung to say institutional lang ba. So imo ning dalon sa krasada, maguba gyud ni siya, no. So And then we don't think about it. Kaya ang ato lang is we want to feel good.
Yeah, yeah.
No, tagalan na to
I got
sila.
your point.
And then wow, I feel good.
Okay.
Without thinking about magamit pag yun din sa mga persons with disability. While on the other end, the opposite model to that is the rights-based model. We think about we need to consult persons with disabilities, whether unsay mga policy or if we are in the government, no, or unsay mga programs or projects na needed good nila, no, sa as a common motto pa sa mga persons with disabilities, nothing about us without us. So when we look into that lens na rights based, we always see them as somebody na na part of planning, no, we always look into the preservation of human dignity, na their voice really means a lot in everything that we do. And rights based man siya, so person with disability centered siya, dili siya tungod
Okay.
lang kay
Yes.
dictate lang nato na mga tagta
Yes.
nila inana. So
As mentioned a while ago, earlier, I've known you for maybe more than 10 years already. And the first, I think, in my own little way, I've been trying to support your group. But I have to admit that, that's why I told you na I don't want to ask further questions prior to the shoot because I truly believe there's a lot of things I can learn from you more than what I knew before. So initially, I was helping your group because I'm in the insurance industry. When you competed, and then I tried to provide you the insurance coverage. And then there was a time came wherein you invited me to try the Dragon Boat training. This was during pandemic, and during pandemic, my gosh, Ludi was started her inner journey that I tried a lot of things, no? And one of the things that I tried was the Dragon Boat training. So those friends of mine, because I also posted on social media, they would ask me, Ludi, of all the things that you have done, what's the most interesting or, impactful or whatsoever? I mean, the best. I tell you, Dragon Boat training experience with the pads was really, for me, was really the best. It was the best because maybe for one, I love to be in a team. I love to experience teamwork. I love the idea of that being part as a member, being part of a team with one body, one mind, one soul, one beat. My gosh, it was really something so awesome, that experience. But you know what? It was also a learning experience for me as I make some reflection, looking at the athletes, looking at the paddlers. Grabe, mura kanang you get emotional because wow, because half of these athletes in the boat are PWs or persons with disabilities. You should experience Dragon Boat training. Grabe kakusgan. As in, makabuang so amazing, no? They may be labeled as persons with disabilities in our society, but yet they did not, during the time when I was in the training, they did not acted like persons with disabilities. So what I wanted to ask, since it's been a while and you've been supporting this group for how many years already?
yeah, I founded actually PADS in 2005, right
2000.
after the death of my best friend who was deaf. So that's where my journey started in the disability sector.
So you had a friend who was a deaf,
Yes. So
but you are not you're not a person with disabilities in society's
no. So, mo man gani ang kasagarang dilemma, no? Many people would ask you, di pa ka PWD of all people, PWD man imong tabangan. Ano sa agenda nimo, nana?
kanang. I'll stop you there because that question was also asked sa ako. Ludi, do you have mura pag maulaw? Murag maikog ba mo question kung naa ba ko'y kuan, because why I'm been collaborating with you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so no, I always tell them na, you don't have to be disabled, or you don't have to have like uh, you don't have to, in a way, experience disability para do advocacy on disability. Di ba? I think, yeah.
I'll stop you again there because I also have a answer to that. I would also ask them, does a broken heart count? Okay, go ahead.
True. Bitaw. So, muna. But long before pag yun, no, my mother also has a disability. So, she's a doctor by profession. And then I grew up in her clinic. She got disabled during her younger years na when she went home to San Remeo, no, our province, and then also do some medical missions. Na accident ang ilang bus, no, so and then she had multiple fractures, and then when the doctor found out now when the doctor was about to amputate her legs, and he found out na, uy, doctor man din eh. So kanang dili na dapat ma-amputate kay saan na lang niya pag-serve sa mga patients. So the doctor was the doctors tried to really save her legs. Yeah, so moto wala siya ma-amputated, pero moto she had difficulty in terms of walking, no. So and when growing up, so I really asked myself, ano man gyud na sa eskwelahan, we don't have, I cannot remember any activity sa school ba, like a family day na participate me, or di gud mo participate ang mama. Pero I always go to ang fun memory with her was that every weekend tuwa mi siyang clinic, no. She chose to work in the Cebu City Health Department. Assignment dito gud sa kaning mga communities ba na kinahanglan gyud kayo, o marginalized communities like in Pasil, Ermita, kana mga inana, no. Dulo Patima, dito ko nagdako, seeing her taking care of patients, itong mga mothers na, I think it did influence me sa work na akong gibuhat karon. Also we live in a ancestral house. So narito akong lola, akong uncle, and then my uncle also was of all, kung na sila mag 13 na sila ka siblings, no. Yeah, my uncle,
Hardworking.
I live with my grandparents, and then with my uncle also. And then I realized growing up, ano may ako uncle na magtabi man siya galingon. So pagdako na ko, I realized my uncle has mental illness, di ay ana. So but it dili man to siya, I think disability became a part of my life, no, at a young age. Og dako pud kay siya na influence ako na murag anyway normalize ra nako ang quote unquote ba ang disability. So when I had when I was 14 years old, I was in and out of the hospital kay sickly sad ko pagabata. So I would wake up in the emergency room, and then the doctor told me na among akong neurologist niya nang siya na, you know what, JP, you can no longer be a normal kid again. Wah, ano man dok? Wow. Because mag-seizure niya ka, kayo mag-swimming ka, mag-seizure ka, lumos niya ka, no? Or you cannot di ka bawal ka magpakapoy, you can no longer play sports. So at a young age, ngayon ko na murag unfair as kalibutan, murag na ba, no? So it was really a depressing time. So we moved to another house to start a new life niya. Dito one summer, I started learning. One summer I heard dribbling ba sounds ba sa gawas balay. So I saw this boy playing basketball outside our house, and then when I look outside, itawag ko niya, do tag basketball, and I told him, no, bawal kay di ko pwede. But he eventually convinced me to play basketball. So that was like a year after that was the first time I was able to play basketball, and then I realized that this kid was deaf. So moto his name was Peter Paul. Slingan na namo. So I started to play basketball with him, and then at the end of the day, he told me, "Oh, I'm gonna name you in sign language this sign." Ano, what's that? Ingon siya, that means Jordan, you're Michael Jordan. So ano to dito, I started to learn sign language. Yeah, every time adto siya sa balay good niya. He always teach me sign language, and then that summer na may active man ko ato sa Franciscan youth no sa community na mo dito sa Manila. So one of our activities was to learn sign language. Usa siya sa mga nag-facilitate ba. So from time to time he would visit and bring friends na mga deaf, and he would always encourage uy kanang volunteer sa deaf community kay you're the only ones who know sign language wa niya. For me, di ko kay kanang gusto lang ko na maka-communicate niya ba or maka-interpret sa mga kanta kay I feel na cool maka-interpret ta kanta. Yeah. Dito, so one summer ning volunteer ko dito na ako na-discover na kadaghan ding deaf diri sa Cebu no. Yeah, dito sa na ako na-discover na tinuod yun no. Deaf people would, I don't want to speak on their behalf, pero wala may disability diri lugar kay if only we know how to communicate or understand in Filipino sign language, then ma-diminish ang kanang atong understanding ba mawal on the concept na disabled mo na mga deaf. It's actually language barrier gid problema no. It's just like when you talk to somebody who doesn't know how to speak English or Filipino, di mo magsinabot ba no. So it's the same with deaf persons. Ang problema lang systemic lang ang problema in terms of education no. Di sila ka-access to good education kay gamay ra ang teachers kay pa mo sign language, or ang atong education system dili ready for deaf students, or when they want to take courses in college na gusto sila engineering, medical dili sila ka-take na mga academic subjects or courses kay di ready ang university, balibaran sila, or they have to bring their own interpreter. So that's really unfair no sa usa ka deaf person. So mo nang behind good kayo ang deaf community in terms of opportunity, but I think ang problema good is really number one sa balay good no. One of the key issues sa mga deaf kay kato yung parents would ask me, "Jip, ingna na imong migo ha." Ingna kasi mama ba badlungan na kay sisag laglaa gana wala gani walay parent child communication. Because the parents or the family members don't know how to communicate in sign language. Ang bata or ang usa ka deaf, di po siya ka communicate. So di para nato ba na mga unta magsastorya ta, but for a deaf person isolated sila sa balay. Yan na gani. So that's yung sad na reality no na atubangon pirmi sa usa ka deaf. Mo nang gusto gid sila na they go out with their friends, or they go out to the community where maka-fully express sa sila kagalingon kay di mas sila ka-express sa balay.
Yeah.
No? So dito na mo na realize na there's a need for people to really understand no on a different perspective, on a language perspective.
That's a very beautiful story. I'm not so sure if you shared that to me 10 years ago because I must have asked you why you're here. In that advocacy, but maybe some memory loss occurred to me. However, your story is really beautiful. And what I wanted to ask was that, which you probably answered already earlier, I wanted to know how you perceived. But then you mentioned that it's not a disability, actually it's a hindrance in the society, and that it's about diversity. They're part of the societies. It's just that they have this thing with them, but basically murag normal, it's supposed to be normal. It's just that it becomes disability when they do not have the access, when they're hindered. There's hindrances in the society. So when you I have to admit that when I go out there and then makita ko person with disability, somehow moana din ko I'll give way. Kakuan ka automatic siya sa ako nga this person. And then the sharing about katong sa charity based So, mo to siya kanang makaingon ko ba nga kanang kung makakita ko o person with disability, automatic siya nga mo mo giveaway ko. Automatic siya nga makuan. So, di pa kay ko kaingon niya nga kanang yes, part of the society, but unlike sa imo you grew up more siya kanang na normalize na sa imo. Does it feel really normal to you? Like, what if you see persons with disabilities na mall? Do you have that same kanang thought sa akong gi-share sa imo na makaingon ka nga, uy, kuan? Or as you see them, even if you don't know them, normal ra na siya nga, naa na siya. Or,
Yeah, I think well, growing up, I'm surrounded with people with disabilities. But yeah, even the word, even mga terminologies that we use are we need to be more sensitive, no? Kay like for example, normal, abnormal. So meaning kami unsa demi abnormal demi. So inana ba so
so is it correct to say person with disability?
yeah, ang giingon sa UN, no? And even atong mga disability champions nato, no, advocates, we have to focus on the first person principle kani, so person with disability. Yeah. So yung disabled person, actually for me kanang I don't really di kay ko murag makaingon na focus sa mga terms gani. But mo man na ilang gusto ipatawag sa ila. So let's respect it, di ba? So and then for me the best way to call a person with disabilities really call them by their name. Dili
First name, dili
first
good.
name na.
So what if kung event? How do you so
Wala.
for example our event. So we don't label them with like
Yeah, mo gid na siya kon gid na wala gi label ba. Pero since we are really centered man ta sa target groups nato, no. So yeah, as part of advocacy as well, no, we want people with disability to be more visible in society para the more visible they are, the more pod ang awareness sa mga tao na day mga person with disabilities. It's just recent, no, in the last decade or the last 2 decades na daghan tag makita ng mga persons with disabilities, but you know if you look into years ago narabog na sila sa balay, so or they decide to just stay at home kay dili man accessible ang kadalanan, no, or mga establishments dili accessible, no, towards persons with disabilities, or ang transportation na to walay mga ramp, no, sahon asahon muna na ba, so they rather stay at home. Pero karon with the movement na, no, I remember
you're starting to go out na.
ato mga buildings pod karon in the last decade accessible na pod kayo siya, so everyone can really go out, enjoy like the rest of the members in the society. So moto but in terms of really engaging with persons with disabilities, I think it's about time that we normalize engaging with them kay para tao ra magid sa end of the day, you know. So kita as human beings, lain tag character, lain tag identity. Yeah. Being a person with disability is really, you know, their identity. So tang tangon nimo ng crutch laha or tang tangon ani mo lain pug kaayo na, yeah, the more we talk about disability niya, the more we put a blind eye towards ilahang pagka-amputee, ilahang pagka-wheelchair user. Dili pud na siya mao, no? Kay kung imo lang tangtango ng ang sign language sa mga deaf or ang pagka-amputee sa particular person, dili na siya kay dili naman niya identity, di ba?
Friends, one of the things that I admire about JP lang tahan, is that he owns a business, Dabis Ultimate Burger, and he employs persons with disabilities. And so when he launched it during the pandemic, I have to admit, aside from it's really delicious, I tell you, it's really delicious. And yeah, the first few when they started it, he was personally delivering it. And I can remember one of my friends told me, Ludi, I'll keep on ordering because gwapo kayo ang driver. Ko nga, di na siya driver, owner yun na siya. Anyway, going back, yes, aside from it's very delicious, but I really want to support also. That's one of the ways that I was able somehow to support in my own little way the advocacy of Sir JP. And then my other question is that since you have dealt with them, and in fact, another thing I wanted to collaborate with you is friends. If you own a hotel, working for a hotel, so we are also bringing in trainings
Yeah.
wherein the employees, the staff will be able to handle well the guests who are persons with disabilities.
Yep.
Oh, so my other question is, since you're close to these people, okay, persons with disabilities, do they also feel, do they experience self-pity? I mean, when people perceive them as persons with disabilities or somehow mabawi ra.
Yeah. Disclaimer lang, no, but I cannot speak on their behalf, pero basing from my experience, kaya
Okay.
ako I had my own share of experience, no, being able to, during my younger years ba, no, I was in a hospital, yeah. I had seizure episodes because of my lesions sa akong brain, ano, and then I have to take medication and ano. Once you are limited ba in terms of medical condition or a health or yung disability, makon juga you really feel na mag self pity juga, like kaya what you can do more.
Oh.
Just like
Wow.
di lang, but your condition, medical condition or your disability limits you, or ang pinakasakit sa tanan is your loved ones or people telling you dili na mabuhat nimo, bawal na nimo. I remember my dad, no, telling me bawal, or my parents, my family na, uy, bawal na ka maglangoy-langoy, ha, bawal na ka magduwag basketball or sports. It was really devastating for me kay at a young age, no, 14, 15 years old, gusto jud ba ka magkiat-kiat, no? But and being told na di na ka pwede mubuhat sa mga butang na gusto nimong buhaton, or makaingon jud ka na maloy kasi mong kaglingon ba, magsalpiti jud ka, maglagot ka, makaingon jud ka na of all people nganong ako man, good Lord, ngano man ana ba. Pero in a way, it also made me strong in a sense na I have to do something that will make my life more meaningful. I have to pursue, I have to find purpose in life na may siguro that's where you also get to discover or stand or work into your faith ba, no, na siguro there's may planong Ginoo nganong natabo ni, no, ko being I cannot say I'm religious, but my family is really religious, no. My mother is my prayer warrior, no, and my grandmother niya nakaingon jud ko na I may not be religious, but I think it was also that time na I was also searching, no, or yung soul searching ba, na I may not be religious, but I think I can be a spiritual person in a sense that I want to find, since ingon ko na naabot gito sa time na mahadlok ko og gabi kay gabi na gini, feeling nako marag last day na gini nako. Kay I would end up ang good waking up in the hospital, and then the last
wow.
time that the last memory I had was gi-CPR juga sa mama kaya yan nibung man ko na may tudlo sa akong dila, sa akong gipaak niya, nagsagit ako mama dito sa ko na murag na nakuan sa ko ang senses ba. Kuan na gi-CPR na day ko niya, so and she told me, no, that that day na baka kan kita bang blue na kay ka jeep kanang simula no pulse no breathing na ka.
Wow.
So siguro may kaingon ko na, well, since ngayon ko second life na ako, so I have to live my life to the fullest. Kaya at the young age, I was really afraid of death. Kaya ngayon ko, Lord, gusto ko, I want to live a longer life, I want to grow old, yan na. But since naka-experience naman ko goon kan ngayong sa saktong term na maging second life na nako ba. So makaingon sa ko na I'm no longer afraid to die because I just want to live, I just want to live my life ba. No, so when you want to fully live your life to the fullest, then maybe death is just something na murag episode na lang nimo because you live your life with purpose naman. Yeah. When you live a life of purpose, you live a legacy na wherein that legacy will surpass death gani. So inana ba. So for me, mo lang gid siguro. My daily prayer before I sleep is lang yun, Lord, kung unsa man, no, kung sa may mong gustong pabuhat sa ako, I would rather I rather do it, no. My favorite saint si Saint Francis. Nam sa siya yang on kanang yung life-changing episode ba, no, katong tong nadakpan siya, may prison siya niya, nakasakit siya, and then he had this dream, yeah. Nagdamgo siya na naiguba na chapel na he heard this voice na, oh Francis, come build my church, yeah, he always say, and we always ask this question, Lord, what do you want me to do? So moto for me, my own personal prayer, Lord, use me na lang as an instrument, no.
Sometimes the barrier, as what you have shared, no, sometimes the most hurting one, a barrier that's coming from someone whom you loved or who loved you, but telling you that you are not capable of doing this and doing that. That is why I'm so proud of the PADS, no, a Dragon Boat racing team. I know that you are trained to be there to compete for Dragon Boat. How do you call that? Dragon Boat paddling?
Paddling or Dragon Boat racing.
Dragon Boat racing. But there's another thing that you do that makes me proud, and as I collaborate with you, and that is doing the scuba diving for the persons with disabilities. I'm so proud of that because it's really a proof na the hindrance is really coming from perceptions from the outside world. But it's really doable. But of course, with the help of other people. And we are already on our we have an upcoming event, a No Barrier event, wherein we let the persons with disabilities, friends in PADS, to experience, to discover scuba diving. Yes, and we did it 3 times in Contiki Club Contiki. And this time around, come January, watch out because we're going to do it in a new home, a new place, and that is Shangri-La Mactan. Wow.
Yes.
I'm so excited for that. But aside from the excitement and, maybe because it's our fourth already. So there is a sense of achievement on that. But really, what's really amazing about that is the experience we're able to let them.
So mom good the reason why we set up PADS, no. We wanted to create opportunities for person with disabilities. When we started the adaptive sports program in 2016, right after my short stint in the US, dito na ako nakita ba sa States na daghang opportunities that are opened for persons with disabilities through sports, no. And makaingon kung nabuhat ni sa States, hindi man pwede dalhon sa sa Pilipinas, no. Long before that, I saw a group of students who were training in Abiliana. Wala sila trainer, and then I asked them, uy, sa inyo nag-training mo? We're competing for the regional meet. Without shoes, without a coach. Saom na ninyo. Good lang ko na good. So, no, I felt happy for them. At the same time, I felt sad. Bakit, most of us, we always take sports for granted. For a person with disability, samot na when we relate disability in sports, these are two things na most of the time take for granted na to ba kay player lagi, but you know, if you're a person na all your life we've been wanting to play, we've been wanting to for that moment na makaduwa ka ba. It's just that hadlok lang ang parents mo or family na maunsa na ma-injured niya ka no kay nakay disability. So kuan kasi challenging kaayo siya. So moto I wrote an article about it, and then I got a call from the US embassy if I'm willing to go to the States to be trained, no. And then dito nakita gid ako dito how powerful sports is, how we can weaponize sports in advocacy, and how the impact of sports to every person with disability. So dito we were asked to write an action plan, and dito gid ko dito gid ako na apply tanan, internalize na I have to go back to the Philippines and apply this program to my countrymen. Na dito sugdan na ako no, when I came back here 2016, kita na ko na there were only a group of wheelchair bowlers ba, and they were not even using sports wheelchairs. They were using kanang hospital-based wheelchairs, wag katong mga wheelchairs na gikan sa surplus. And even one of them na-injured gini tungod nagbungkag wheelchair. So dito motoy na himong blueprint nako. And then from there discover na mo sa Dragon Boat na Dragon Boat Dultas dagat ang Cebu, Dultas dagat nya. Culturally we are paddlers, no. And in one boat daghan makalingkod regardless kung disabled ka or di. So we started with one person with disability, si Daisy. Gipasuway na mo siya one afternoon with the Dragon Boat team here in Cebu, no.
Si Daisy, where is she now?
Si Daisy karon she just came from France kay nagkuan sa dito 10-month na murag volunteer engagement, no? So with from the recent Paris Olympics ba. So I think right now she's working full time in Siargao.
Nice.
So dito lipay kay siya. Yeah. Dito sa na murag eureka moment to na murag nindot nila kay through sports, di na kan lang sig tabi o explains mga tao about disability or about advocacy. It's just natural lang gid siya na ma-realize sa mga tao. and it comes in two ways. No, for a person with disability, ma-change pud ang iyang mindset about how they see society. Ay may ilang mga biases against society and ang mga and in the bigger society as well. Makita pud nila how kaya sa Dragon Boat dili mo pili kung disabled ka or di. Basta mo bugsay lang ka, mo contribute ka, maabot dili mo sa finish line. So nindot pud ang story sa Dragon Boat because Dragon Boat is determined not in the finish line. Not in the starting line, but it's in how you finish strong. So regardless kung bati mo pag-start, you have to keep up, no? Cope also, adjust ka para you can finish strong. And I think that's in real life that applies to us, no. We may have started not so good, no, at the wrong foot, no, but we have to adjust kay as a human being, adaptive beta. So we have to work around our weaknesses or improve ourselves para successful ta. And I think that's the value that's attached to the sport. Yeah, dito lang sa Dragon Boat, since I studied in the US, American brand of excellence is I owe it really to the the American people how I learned about the things that I do now. I-apply lang ginawa dito nan.
Wow.
From sports science to biokinetics to everything, no. And to innovation. So I can say that atong program diri sa PADS in terms of Dragon Boat racing is really way advanced, no. Even way advanced sa mga mga international countries, international teams.
Wow.
So, muna, over time, from being a recreational therapy program to becoming a competitive Dragon Boat team, na-achieve yun na. No, so that's something na makaingon mi na proud me, but it's also one proof na mabuhat ra gyud tanan. No, wala ra gyud imposible. As cliche as it sounds, but if we work on something, if we just create develop support systems, sa gaingon pa, it takes the entire community to develop an athlete, and I think gi-apply na to tanan na sa PADS. So PADS is just a non-profit, no, dili mo ta commercial na team, but we value our work through volunteerism, through yung kag sweat equity. Gina nga to ang ato ang gi-apply para ma-lift na to ba ang quality of life sa ato ang mga members through sports and through the story of PADS. Una, ang ato ang mga athletes, they're able to nakabalik na sa eskwela, nag-graduate na, nanay families, and then na-restore na to ang yung human dignity sa ato ang mga members.
I think that's what I loved most about what we're doing, because we're really trying to help restoring human dignity. It is something that we must do intentionally on a daily basis. How we can uplift other people. I remember Sir Dindo Pakibot is my dive instructor. So I was still new, barely a year probably in the dive community. And I always say this to remind everyone that yes, I'm a licensed, advanced licensed scuba diver, but I don't know how to swim. So if I can swim, then I can dive, and so are you. Because a lot of people are afraid of, diving because of the things that they cannot foresee, and we're not living underwater, we're on the land. And one day he shared with me that he was able to assist deaf divers. And then I said, and so how did you go about it? We did some sign language, and who really came into my mind was really your group. And I said, oh my God, and probably I can do a project. I wanted to, because I know that I'm not really a very good diver. I also have my own fears, so I'm basically have disability, mental disability on that matter, but not the strict mental sense. But somehow I have that. I have those fears that disabled me to go further. But anyway, that's another story. And so I told myself, maybe this is one of the things that I can do, being a licensed diver. I can do more beyond and not only focus on myself. Maybe this is something that I can share with others. Yeah. And so I thought of you, I invited you, but there's one, in the course of our discussion, there was a time that you shared with me that really touched me, that really, kanang gikomot yun akong heart when you told me na there are, this was during the pandemic, right? When we started this, that there are persons with disabilities who were just hiding in their homes. And it propelled me to, okay, so I think we're doing the right thing. And I didn't know about that. And that cemented my interest really to come up with an event and collaborate with you.
True.
And wow. So I'm not really sus layo pa kay ko sa tinuod, unlike you, grabe kayo ang imong knowledge on this matter and immersion in this community, but I'm glad that and maybe I'm hoping I can do more for
you already you did a lot of things already for the community. Inut kayo ang principle sa adaptive sports ba? Dili ang usa ka tawo ang mo-adjust sa sport, but we have to modify the sport para makaduwa ang usa ka tawo regardless with disability or not, no, they can play side to side together alongside with each other. So imagine scuba diving and disability. So murag di jud ka makahunahuna na ha scuba diving unsa pala na sila but that's the power of adaptive sports. So and imagine we've been doing this for the last 3 years already. I think it's the only program in the Philippines that we're doing, no? And then there was one time that we received a message in our page niya. No, I saw your video, you guys doing scuba diving, and I'm a person with spina bifida, and I'm from the States. So dito daw sa Malbual, hiningsubay siya og scuba dive pero sa swimming pool ra sila kutob kay mahadlok lagi ang mga divers na mo dive gid siya ba. So but I told them, we've been doing this program for quite some time already. So maybe you can visit Contiki, in Lapu-Lapu, look for Sir Dindo, and he will be able to help you.
When was this? Dugay na?
Yeah, dugay na to. Mga last year siguro to. Ano niya.
So,
Moto, dito siya. And then he showed me a picture of him. Na, moto, he was able to dive 3 times.
Wow! I didn't know that story, but that's very inspiring.
Oh.
No?
And then now we have a partner organization in the States that they're bringing a group of persons with disabilities in the States na to do adventure sports, no, that includes scuba diving, hand cycling, inana. So yeah, so posible man tanan. It's just that ang mahadlok lang ta ba, and there's nothing wrong with it kay ang ato lang concern is our family member maunsa pa lang na, no, ngana ba. But there are people na who are professionals already, experienced na mo handle og mga persons with disability, or like organizations like PADS who can empower, who can also train other organizations para ma-inclusive pud ang ilahang mga pagabuhaton ba, just like what we're doing with the diving community. So and with that, no, the recent one few weeks ago, integrated na gud ba,
Yeah.
so normalize na gud ang having a person with disability na mag-dive. Normal jud kay wala problema.
I think I shared this with you briefly, that I was once invited during the press con for the Sinulog Marathon. And as one of the media, I asked that question, are you person with disability friendly kind of running marathon? And you know what? There was a pause. There was a pause because so they were looking at each other. Sige, who's gonna, reply to that? And actually, yeah, they that's probably something that they will discuss in the near future.
Yeah.
But for the upcoming, not yet. But at least they will be able to consider
Yes.
that, no. Although we have seen some persons with disabilities joining it, but I still, try to ask them further, but are they PWD friendly? I mean, your amenities, your facilities, or, So, we're hoping.
Yep.
We're hoping.
Actually, we have an invitation.
So, shout out to
Yeah.
Sir John Pajes. Okay, we're hoping.
Actually,
that,
we have an invitation by the Sibulan Masters this weekend na they're giving 30 slots for our members. Yung sa sir, wala namang good makuha sa among plano na natay special categories, but we're giving 30 slots for your members, and then we're giving them special awards by disability. So yeah, it's a start.
Nice.
The efforts are there, and I think that's where advocates come para we can start something, no, we can
Yeah.
plant the seed ba. Yeah, kung wala message to other advocates that dili lang nila i-keep for themselves, but sometimes ang good murag they feel na murag ako maning go kasi ana ba. We have to share this to the
Yeah.
community. Mas maayo, mas daghang tao ang mutabang, or you're doing the same thing. Meaning to say ning spread na gyud, no, ning bloom na ba ang atong
Yeah.
gitanom ba, no. So let's
Yeah.
not be like mayong ka feel offended, or may feel na murag kanang ako man ni. The advocacy is for the people that we are helping, we're trying to empower, dili ni para sa imo ha. Because if you're doing the same thing in the last whole your life, you might be able to question yourself as well na, am I doing it really correctly or am I doing it right? Kay nga naman for the last 2 decades or the last 3 decades of my life, I'm doing the same thing. Di ba di ba unta na lahi na ta yung buhaton kay because you made an impact already. So yun ana unta atong mindset. The more we collaborate, no, the more we innovate. So the more people na ato matabangan. And then kung mayong masolve na ang imong issue na gustong i-solve, then we have to focus on another issue or another focus or nanay lang focus ba, no? So di lang kay murag cycle na siya ba, no? And I'm very happy that the running community or the sporting community is slowly getting
opening.
inclusive, no? And then we're in PADS, we love to collaborate with them. We love to, work with them para, to make everything more inclusive.
I just thought of another project, Puhon. A fashion show for persons with disability.
Oh, nice one na. Oh, nindot sad na.
Yeah, because this time around sports and this time around in the fashion industry. Anyway, yes, watch out for it. Can we make them more proud about your achievements? Kay pride ninyo, pride yun na namo as a Filipino, please. Sige, share with us. What were the competitions that you went through and what were your achievements?
So, let me take you nearly a decade ago pagsugod namo, no, we just started as a recreational rehabilitation program wherein every Sunday lang, no, we do sporting activities like paddling para malipay ba ang ato ang mga members ng mga PWDs at the same time ka-exercise gid sila. Until one day we had this conversation while waiting for our boat na kibaw ka sir, if you only train, no, basin makadaog dito. Wala dito ko murag na natarog ba. So kung makadaog ta sir, we might be able to compete nationally and then basin ma-invite ta international mga ka-represent sa Philippines and if we'll be able to represent the Philippines, we might be able to meet the president. Dito basin pwede na itong mapangayo ano niya kan prosthesis ba. Okay, mura magini mahal maging prosthesis rin. Minilyon man ano ba. Bitaw no dito sa ko nakaingon ba. Sige, let's kung mo na yung gusto, then willing mo sacrifice your time, disiplina kaya lang ani kung gusto jud ka mayong competitive. So we realized that other teams they would only train every weekend. So mo to multiply na mo to 2. So nag-train me og weekday. Since init na, no, we decided to wake up as early as 4 in the morning para mahuman mig training by 7 in the morning. So mo na gito amo ang routine. And then we believe na technique, sport science, innovation really plays a role in sports para to be ahead with other teams. So ning tawag mga volunteers na nahimong consultant nato namo ning tabang na sa pag-training, pag-develop sa conditioning sa tuang mga athletes and then wala man tay equipment, so fundraising. So dito until slowly I remember our race, malipay na kami out of 5 teams. Ika-4th me, lipay na kay Miana, no? We always tell our team, iba mo, we don't really have to win. Pagangan lang na naabot tayo ng lugar, nakaparticipate tayo na race, that's already a huge win for us because if we compare it last year or few before, no? Di maginita papilon. Balibaran man ganita kay walay kategory para sa tuwa. But now we're competing side to side with teams, even those teams na walay disability. And then dito, sige lang gimmick training, sige lang I have to admit, no, majority of our paddlers, they have vices kay well, wala man good, nagsugod man good sila as wala sila trabaho or wala sila buhaton sa balay. So matintal gid sila na mag-vice, mag-inom, sigarilyo, or even some take drugs, no? Kaya para lang gid makuha ang ilang kanang depression ba. No? So pagsugod og paddling, makarealize mo sila na sir, di na pwede magsigarilyo. Mumata na matug na migsayo kay we have to be early. Yeah, sa pads, we don't ask anything from them. We only ask them to show up, no? Sweat equity ra gyud ang pangayo sila ha. And ato mga volunteers and kami sa pads na management, we work hard to fundraise, and katong makakumpleto sa training mo gito makakompete. Yeah, it's really rewarding para sila ha ba na naslay na achieve, no? Na kumpleto nila ilang training and nakalarga sila lugar na sa una di gini sila ka imagine na makasakay pag ilpran, no? Ano ba? So they're able to compete locally, nationally, and internationally until such time na nakadaog gud mi locally, no, na champion gud ta no, against able teams. And mo to pinaka memorable gud na mo na no na break gud na mo ang yung kag social stigma ba na concept gani sa mga tao na ang disability weak man sila ubos na able ngunit na dre disabled na dre, no, with that achievement na murag kaingon jud ko na sport really is a great equalizer yun, no? Yeah.
I love that.
Dito we got invited by the Philippine Dragon Boat Federation to compete in Hong Kong. Mo to pinaka first na mo na international race. Yeah. Na nakaingon jud ko one of the touching stories was the story of Brian ba from Argao na. Kaingon si Sir Kibaw ka sir, sige sampan gyud sa lula pagpananghid ko niya mo larga sa Hong Kong gigan so wa pa maputol imong TL. Di jud ka wa ano nung ka malagan na ba. So but dito no during our championship race he was really crying kay after the race ko hilak man ka. Nakita na akong mama sir na who passed away when I was still a kid na sa finish line ba nag-cheer sa kuha. Dito really? I really offered ko na the day of my first anniversary was also the day na nakalarga ko, no, na I set myself free ba, no, from the bondage of my disability. Yeah, dito we were really crying together with the with the Filipino community dito, no, and ingon tong mga OFW dito sa Hong Kong na kawa mo sir, we had our loudest cheer, our loudest cry cheering for the team kay diri manggod sa answer sa Hong Kong discriminated kay ang mga Pinoy sir ana ba no dagdagon lang tang Pinoy diri kay mo lagi sa status of our work ba, pero today sir we were able to feel na we dominated. We were so proud of being a Filipino kay nakadaog ang atong team ana ba. And the next year ana it's the same thing, no. We won back to back championships sa Paradragon division, and we also ventured into competing with the able teams. Dito na meet na tong mga kusog ng mga teams from China, from other countries. Sa championship round at first lang murag treatment sa mga officials dito murag inspiring kay mo. Pero the next round after the next they were surprised na napami dito. Until gingon nila dire na lang mo kay semifinals na. Dire na lang mo, ayun lang siksaka kay anyway naka-qualify naman mo sa championship round, and we qualified sa top 10. Yeah. Dito when our name got called, we were against the strongest teams in Asia, and dito when our names was called, pag nila lane number 1 pads, so lakaw miya to. There was dead silence all over the race area, and then suddenly we saw from the distance na dito ang among competitor from China like started clapping for us until all of the Dragon Boat community was clapping for us. Naglakaw dito na, and the paddlers were crying, and I told them, you know what, this is the moment na we gained the respect of the entire Dragon Boat community. We don't have to win this race, but we prove to them that we deserve a spot here in the Dragon Boat community. Dito hilak sila while going down. Grabe kaya ang feeling mo ba kanang ang dignity, ang imong pride as a Filipino, and the honor of of representing our country. At the same time, the fact that, karon we change not only the mindset of a few number of people, but thousands of people, particularly the international dragon boat community. Dito may nangingon na our mission is complete here. Yeah.
Nice.
We ended eventually winning the International Paradragon Championship, and the next year moto ang World Championship na in 2019, wherein nakadaog ta sa first World Championship. Yeah, dito na we're able to meet the president. Yeah, dito pag meet na to sa president, I remember nagisla na, samayin nyo ang kinanglan. And it was very
By
random.
the way, that's what we want. By the way.
Dito, sir, we're the only team in the World Championship na wala may tiil. Meaning to say prosthesis ba?
Yeah. Grabe, no?
Na program ang president ato na mahatag og prosthesis sa mga wounded soldiers. So naka-avail ta sa program. Yeah. Dito, nag-full circle ang program. Kay remember in 2016 we were just like talking about it, no?
Wow.
So story lang mi ato, no? Jokingly ba? What if, no?
Oo.
Yeah, we just throw it up in the stars. Yeah. Naitabo gid siya. Pag 2019 nakakuha gyud og prosthesis. These are prosthesis na dili lang siya ordinaryo, but these are like state of the art na mga prosthesis, mahal kayo from Otobac, and they can use for the training and for the competition. Ingon na gid ang mga padre sir kay baka di na yumi mauwaw when we compete internationally, kay pareha naman migtiil sa ubang mga kuan, no?
Glass na kayo.
Yeah. The prosthesis are very expensive from Otobac. Na mo kuan ko to, mabot gud mga more than millions gid na.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're very proud to wear it good. Yeah, that's because so good like sports.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's really
3 championships after.
3 championships.
They won in Florida, and then one in Thailand again. And doon nakaseta og world record sa 200 o 500 meters. And then recently, last week, we went to Malaysia, nakadaog punta. No? This is against able teams. So malipayon kami na we were able to travel and share the story of PADS to other countries. No? Yeah.
I have actually, I've been wishing this, na in one of your competitions, I can witness, no? Maybe we can arrange that nga,
Uban ta sa among next
Uban.
World Championship, which will be in Taiwan. So, next September. Next year.
Next year, September.
Yes.
Sige,
so
let's plan
we're
it
very
out.
happy and very proud na we're competing again in the past 2 World Championships in Europe, no, sa Italy ug sa Germany, wala man taga compete kay medyo mahal magid kay. And we're bringing like 20 people, 30 people. So really it's really expensive nya. Wala magid tay sponsor. Masin na kay mga listeners karon ba no mo sponsor?
Yeah, of course. Ato nang don't worry. Yes, friends.
No, and then so
Sige,
we're happy
we'll
na
talk
ang
about
next
it.
World Championship will be in Taiwan, and then in the 2027 in Hong Kong. So at least gamay ra ang expenses mo.
Yeah,
So,
kay Asia.
but we wanted to set a legacy for the Para Dragon movement. We wanted to set a world record for this, to be crowned as the fastest Para Dragon team. Muna karon our athletes are really training hard. No, dili may mag Christmas vacation. They are working
Wow.
hard good para ma-condition gid sila para to really set the standards in dragon boat racing, kay daghan na sang countries ning appeal. So and ako sad personally, I was appointed as a commissioner of the IDBF murang governing body, commissioner ta sa athletes with disabilities commission. Our role really is to harness the growth of the Para Dragon here in the Asia Pacific. And malipay ta na in other sports ang Philippines maadtog lang country para mukat-on, but kita we're very proud that other countries are learning from us.
Wow.
So mo lang gito among pride.
In terms of learning, no, I think for the dragon boat training, that's one of the things that make me proud of myself, because not a lot of people, although I keep on encouraging whenever they get curious, I keep on encouraging them nga, you should try because you miss half of your life. Anyway, yeah, it makes me proud that I was able to try it. It's just that, Mona, I really salute to all of you. It's just that your schedule,
Morning.
oo, so early, and then I also I had to send my kanang daughter to school. So lisod yun siya for me. And then I'm ashamed to admit this, but kanang ang init pud gani kanang sorry kaayo. So those are the two majors ang akong schedule, and then but kung ano lang, I really love to learn it. I really want to be a part of it, and maybe maybe from time to time, no, I'll just join just
Yep.
to satisfy that kanang kuan ba interest. But I think one more thing that I can probably do really to feel more of being part of your team is to witness you
Yes.
in actual. Oo.
True. Mo ginanindot sa sports. Like, not only that, mo gini wa masabtan suban. In sports. You can also be part of sports, not as a player, but also as somebody, a supporter, no? Or even a witness to the sport, to talk about it. You know, di ka kailangan mo paddle para mayroon ka part ko sa pads or part ko sa Dragon Boat community. You know, but in anything you do, when you follow the story of the team, when you share the message, even cheering for the team, "Wa ako ni, amo ning team." You're already part of the sport. You're part
It's
of
a
something
community.
big. Yeah, you're part of something big. And muna kanindot sa sports. Muna ba? Muna kami, every time we race, we wanted to make sure that, if kung dili mi kadaog, at least we have sent the message out there. Mga mabasahan sa mga families or the person with disability themselves, or even those who are enthusiasts sa sport. Uy, ako maning team mo. Pads. I'm a person with disability and I can identify myself to the team. With that, dako na kay na win sa mua eh. O sa gingon sa mga paddler ba si Vernil, he has polio. Ana siya kibaw ka sir sa una, invisible kayo me. Like as if we do not exist. Like mga tao lakaw, murag bilabayan lang me. Ano ba? Pero karon sir, wala na jud ko ka experience na every time na mo pass by, makahunong gid siya ba niya, makaingon gid siya, uy, pili ko picture din mo sir, kung ano man, ikaw ito nakita na ko sa news, so ikaw pads mga sir, no, paddler man ka, ano ba, so we felt that di ba may magpatagad pero we felt that
You're being seen already.
yeah, we're seen already. Murag among presence is being felt because of the story of the team.
And I think it's also the respect
Yes.
that comes with that being seen.
Tinuod
You
yun.
already get the respect.
Mo ginamong ma-experience. Mo
Yeah.
gusto mo travel og lain-laing lugar kay at first makita gid mo ang treatment sa mga tao when they first see the team na wow, inspiring kayo na condescending kay ba. And we cannot blame them kay bisin first time nila makamit og mga person with disability, no? Yeah, and person with disability plus magpaddle pag yun. Yeah, knowing na Dragon Boat is a highly competitive sport ba.
Yes, oo.
Yeah, mo to dili lang may magsaba-saba, ana. Ulingkod lang may yeah. Inisugod sa race. Di man nimo makita when you're in the boat. Yeah, when you're standing from a distance, you can never identify who's disabled and who's not when you're inside the Dragon Boat.
True.
No? Yeah, human sa finish line. Regardless kung makadaog may or di, mangnaog sila na naka-crutches, naka-wheelchair, nag-sign, mausap good ang treatment sa mga tao, ang perspective ba. Pero, well, makaingon ka, it should not be applied to all, no? Kay,
Yeah.
you don't have to prove anything. Dapat unta. May our story, no? May the story of PADS. Prove na people with disability can do, no? Kaya amo naman ng gibuhat, I hope kuan siya ba, mahimo siyang symbol na
So,
usab unta mindset sa mga tao na di na tanang person sabi mo hanan pa mo bugsay para lang gyud maka-prove sa iyahang message ba, maka-prove sa iyahang existence ba na makaya na ko akong buhat, makaya na ko ang gibuhat ninyo even if I have disability.
it basically ignites spaces of hope that, there's something that we can do more. And that gives them hope. It's not just about inspiration because, in Inspire, you get inspired. But in igniting spaces of hope, it's entirely different because you're basically prompting the person to do more and not just get inspired and be happy about, feeling the joy that it can happen, but the hope that maybe one of these days I will be able to do that. That's why it's really an outstanding service that you do there in PADS. And it also just occurred to me, if we can do it in Dragon Boat, maybe we can do it someday. I don't know, maybe there is already a dive instructor who is a person with disability.
Yeah, I think daghan na. Kasi
No?
in the States, daghan na gyud
Na
sila.
dive
dito.
instructor good siya. And so who gets certified
Yeah.
even if
Mong sponsor ka, Miss Ludy.
sponsor. Yeah, we never know because you know what? PADI is already supporting
Yes.
us and they're making it like an international event already.
True.
They're going to broadcast it not just for the local
Yep.
Philippines. So
Opportunity ra gyud ang
it's
ang
it's
land,
you know it's really kanang no inspiring, motivating to do these things because we started with the seed, the mustard seed. And just like what you shared, murabag istorya lang to, it was just a joke. And then one day you have come to realize nga it's now a reality. Things that we used to joke around, it's now a reality. So in Journeyscapes by Ludi, that's why I'm also inspired to continue this, and I'm so happy that we have Bagong Pilipinas as our new home because I think this is also a space where positive stories get shared,
Yes.
inspiring stories get shared, and I'm also able to introduce people. Ikaw kay sikat naman kay ka. But I'm also intentional that, I get to invite guests who are not yet there, who do not have that popularity yet, but they have beautiful stories to share.
Yeah.
So as a journeyer, because I always refer my guests as a journeyer, it's not just me who is trying to share stories because of the title or topic na Journeyscapes by Ludi. But actually, it's also is a space to invite other journeyers to share your journeys. And this time around, we have just shared a beautiful story, even if we have been, you have been collaborating for the longest time, and yet there are still new things. You still made me teary-eyed. Oo. Kanang listening to your story pa
Yeah.
nga, I can still imagine, my God, what a inspiring story that you have there. And how blessed are you that God has used you mightily as an instrument, as an instrument to spread hope, spread positivity. And so I think we have lengthily talked about what we thought of the difference between ability and disability. And we have proven towards the end of this episode that somehow it's our perception, it's the hindrances that the society has imposed on us, or intentional or unintentionally, because we cannot also blame the society at all because of several factors.
Yeah.
Like we don't have this and we don't have that. It's not that we do not want to, but it's just the sad fact that we were not equipped. No, but I'm so happy that really things are getting better in the society and we are becoming really more inclusive. That one of these days we don't all already say we will forget saying things like persons with disabilities, but we will refer them already on their first name
Yeah.
basis. So let us hear from you. Any last few inspiring words to or is there anything that you want to share with us?
Yep. First of all, thank you so much, Miss Ludi, for this opportunity to share our story and the story of PADS. And then I also like to invite everyone to follow the story of PADS in our social media pages. at PADS Adaptive Dragon Boat Racing Team or the Philippine Accessible Disability Services, or you may want to follow me in my Facebook page, JP Karma Maones. Everything that's posted there is really about my personal journey and my advocacy. Also, I'd like to invite everyone, if you have time, to visit Dabi's Ultimate Burgers. So we're located in Pralider Street, Mandawi City. Yes, just beside the new fast food. So try our burgers and also get to
So
meet.
huge.
Yes, so get to meet our staff, our athletes from PADS. And then you may order online via our Facebook or Instagram pages, or we're also available in Foodpanda and Grab.
Wow.
So the proceeds of our sales really goes to our employees and to the to the sustainability of the bees. And next year, we are inviting everyone to support the journey of PADS to the World Championships. We're inviting our endowed members in the community, to support the PADS Adapted Dragon Boat Racing Team, so that we can send our athletes, to Taiwan. And then we are also aiming to race locally, in Boracay and in Manila, to prepare the team for our championship races in Taiwan by September. So we really need the support of the entire community. And we're also in need of volunteers. No, if you're a physical therapist, if you're into social media or into sports, feel free to be part of the PADS program. Message us in our page, or come visit Dubbies in Mandawi City, so that we can talk about your volunteering journey with PADS.
Wow. As in, so thank you very much, Damis Ultimate Burger, for one of our sponsors today. And I'm so grateful hearing your story. Ako mismo, I've always said this, that in this space, in Journeyscapes by Ludi, the first beneficiary, unsa beneficiary? I mean, the first person that who gets benefit or has benefited to this talk show is really me.
Yeah.
Because I get to learn a lot I get inspired by my journey years, no? Just like you, Sir JP
Thank you.
Maones. And shout out to the beautiful wife,
Yes.
Miss Mai, who just gave birth to son, gihapon, no?
Yes.
So you have three
Three Kings.
kings. Three kings already. Thank you very much. And let me also thank again our other sponsors, Pukot Kitchen, catch the Pukot flavor, love the moment. And Aura Beauty Studio, you see the glow in me? Located at the Pad in Banilad High Street. And David Salon, Central Block. They have several branches, but we have Central Block, we have SMCT Cebu, we have SMC Side, Ayala Center Cebu, and SM Consolacion. David Salon always brings out the best in you. And then, of course, you click Self Portrait Studio. If you have seen my sa Facebook account ako nung akong cover photo and my profile, those came from you click Portrait Studio. Mura gyud siya, very professional, but kami ra nag-click. That's how good their studio is. And then VNM Natural Skincare, of course. Oo. Only natural ingredients touch the face and skin of Ludi. And Atelier Amelie, premium brownies, my golly, you should try it. It's made in Manila, but they deliver nationwide. Very delicious. Shan's collection, of course, for my high-end fashion accessories. Thank you, Miss Geraldine. And this boutique concept studio or store is actually located in Primark Mactan Center in Pahak, Lapu-Lapu City. Okay, thank you very much again for our valuable sponsors. And for our ending, let me just remind you that life is still good. No matter how we feel that we have this abilities or disabilities. Sometimes our abilities become disabilities when we do not make use of it properly. It becomes disadvantage to us already, and I think you know what I'm talking about. But I just want us to be aware. Again, it's an inner journey to be aware of where we are, to be aware of what we have, and to make sure that we use it in a proper way to become better persons. And that's it for today for Journeyscapes by Ludi. Thank you very much once
Thank
again for
you.
an inspiring episode with Sir JP Maunes. And see you on my next episode, another exciting episode with my divers of Cebu of Dive and Clean Up Club. Stay tuned. Let's say bye-bye to our friends. Bye!